can try out ideas. You can work with these really high performance models and see if that's going to actually be a workable game mechanic or not.
So I understand a lot of these providers have all of these support for startups or individuals experimenting. But I think the one that I'm most excited about, that I've been thinking that is like the right approach, is Anthropic is slowly rolling out, or recently rolled out, the ability for you to deploy an app and then let the user sign in with their own Anthropic
Or the
credentials.
artifacts.
Exactly, with their artifacts. I think that's the right way. Like that way, it's the equivalent of back in the day. Oh, you let the players buy nice, fancy GPUs to run your game. Now you let the players bring their own APIs and be responsible for their own. Like they get to say, is the game worth, or the artifact, is it worth whatever tokens they're paying for?
If I can show up with my OpenRouter token and use any model I want with a particular video game or product or application, that's a huge game changer because you've outsourced the cost of the compute to the player base.
It was something we considered with Retail Mage at one point, or we could change the cost to be much lower or something. And then if you've used up the tokens that we've allocated for you, you could always pay for more. The challenge, I think, is that it's definitely a new business model, which is maybe a whole other conversation we might get into, is what are the potential ways to think about the value we're delivering in these games and how players may pay for them. But I think it does also, like, the hobbyist, and there's definitely a hobbyist modder community in the game industry that would not shy away from any of that. But I don't know, like, I think it would, to Ramon, to your point, it would require another provider like Anthropic to be the mediator of those costs before, or OpenRouter, although I doubt that most game players even know what OpenRouter is, let alone.
I think you have to start with AI enthusiasts and then move your way towards the proper gaming base. I'm talking more from an experimentation point of view, of like you're trying different game ideas versus once you're actually trying to monetize a full-blown game. Maybe that looks a little bit different.
Well, given a world where I show up, play your video game, I sign in with OAuth, and it figures out how my account's going to pay for the AI cost to power that video game, what does transparency look like at that point? Because I don't have any knowledge going into that about what's going to show up on my bill.